Yeah, you already know the vibes, man. It's your boy Superstar Prince Aziz, the coldest rapper in the city. You invite me to your club and come with 100 toes with me. But peep this, right? Today, we're gonna talk about crash test dummies. All right. So, what gave me the inspiration to speak on this is basically this girl had went live, you know what I mean, on my IG and shit, and she was talking about pretty much like this relationship she's got out of, right? With this dude who I've had like some dealings with in the past, right? And when I say dealings with, I don't mean necessarily like business or whatever the case may be, but like I promoted at some clubs that he was a VIP host at. And a lot of things that she was saying was like kind of some off the wall hit like shit to hear, you know what I mean? Cause he was pretty much on some crash out shit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm finna explain to you part of like what she said and why, or what she said he said, and why you shouldn't do the things that he did or say the things that he said, because now you're gonna be ended up in this certain situation. So peep this, right? Now, in the nightlife industry, no matter who you are, there's gonna be some type of rumor about you if you got some type of name, right? Whether it's, I mean, it's probably gonna be some negative shit. Like, I mean, I'm gonna just give you an example of stuff I've heard about people. But like, I don't necessarily believe everything that I hear, but like, I just pay attention to what I see. You know what I'm saying? And like the saying goes, like, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. So you know what I mean? It is what it is. But you could be like a stand-up person with real character and real integrity and real, you know what I mean, morals and values about yourself. But somebody is gonna hate on you, you know what I mean? Like, I done heard everything from somebody being gay to somebody being a rapist to somebody being a pedophile to somebody being, I don't know, just like a weirdo. Like, you know, it's just random weird shit. But those three things are like the main, like, you know what I'm saying, things that you hear about people in the nightlife industry, bro, because either somebody doesn't like them, so they make up a story about them, or they actually might have did whatever the fuck those things are, and somebody just decided to expose their ass, whatever, right? So peep this. Long story short, she just messaged me right now, which is crazy. But long story short, right? She get on the live and she's just like basically like, you know, venting her frustrations, like, ooh. Now this dude, he's in his like late 20s, early 30s and shit. And basically she's saying like how she would go out with her friends and the nigga be calling her phone. You know what I mean? Like talking about who you with, like watching her friend stories to see her, what the fuck she doing. If his niggas at the table that she at, why is you with this person? Why is you with that person? People that they both know in common. He accusing her of having sex with these people, etc., right? Now, this is something that I just talked about with my homies personally, and I was gonna make a video on this, but basically the message is for that is like, don't talk about other men to your women. And we will get into that for another reason, I mean another video, but the main reason why you don't want to do that is if you're accusing your girl or the girl that you fucking with having sex or sleeping with another dude, if she's not already doing it, that's gonna make her want to do it. Like, I don't know why y'all niggas don't understand this shit. Maybe y'all just, I don't know, green as hell. But when you accuse a girl that you fuck with somebody that she's not fucking with, the first time she might like let it slide, maybe. But I wouldn't even suggest you do it at all, not even once. But if you constantly bringing up the same individual and you constantly whatever, it's definitely gonna make them want to fuck them. And that's essentially what she said in the video, like in her live. She was basically saying like the dudes that she was talking about, they were watching the video and they were saying like, damn, that's crazy. Like, we know dude, like he be shaking our hand, whatever. And I could attest to this because he did the same shit to me. But she's saying like, well, we might as well all just do it anyway, since, you know what I'm saying, he accused me of it, you know what I mean? Like, and like, it was like jokingly, but it was very serious. Like, there's no like, it's not a fucking joke. Like, when the opportunity comes, they're definitely all gonna be fucking like, and it is what it is. But the nigga brought this upon himself because even in reality, even if he didn't bring this up to her, she may have probably fucked them dudes anyway, but you basically like accelerate the situation by bringing it up. You know what I mean? By accusing her of doing this shit. You dig what I'm saying? So she talking about how he threatening her and she going places. He got a location, so he talking about how he gonna pull up and how you gonna send some niggas to do this, that, and the third. As a grown ass man, I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck what age you are watching this. You could be 16 or you could be 62. When you threaten to have niggas pull up where your girl is to shoot up a location just because she's there, there's nothing tough about that. There's nothing redeeming about that. That you don't get no cool points for that shit. At the end of the day, you really like a goofy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, oh damn, like in a moment, the bitch might get some type of excitement out of it. She might get like a little adrenaline rush, you know what I mean? But in all reality, like looking back at the situation, she gonna be like, whatever. But when other people hear this shit, especially men, they won't think you a clown. And you are a clown if that's what you're trying to do. Like if that's what you really, is that how you really feel? And even if that's not how you really feel, you just saying it just to get a reaction, that's some clown shit. Yeah. So yeah. If you don't like what the girl is doing, don't sit up there and threaten her, don't accuse her of shit. Don't say you're gonna have somebody shoot up the spot. Don't say you finna pull up. Don't pull up. You know what I mean? Just move on with your life. You know what I'm saying? It's a million females out here and you niggas finna crash out, you know what I mean, over this one girl. You dig? But whatever, right? So the story continues and she's telling us like how he did X, Y, and Z, whatever, right? But then like I made a comment like, yeah, man, like I commented on one of the other dude's comments, like I replied to his comment, I'm like, yeah, man, it sounds like some crash out activities to me. You did like she telling us we gonna pull up this and the third, and I know this dude, he not tough at all. I'm like, he'll kill himself before he kill anybody else. That's basically what I said in the motherfucking in the story or whatever. I mean in the section or whatever, right? Bro, she proceeds to say how he threatened to basically harm himself if she didn't reply to him or come home to him or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Bro, now I understand, like, depression is a real thing and whatever. And some of you dudes may have really felt like that. Some of you may have never felt like that, and you might feel like that one day. And some niggas just never feel like that at all. But no matter what the fuck is going on, for whatever reason, if you feel like you finna kill yourself because a girl is not responding to your messages or coming to see you when you want her to see you, you got bigger problems than what this bitch is doing. You know what I mean? If a female has that much control over your mood, you already took the loss, bro. You been lost. You been took a L. You feel what I'm saying? Now, in the heat of the moment, she may come see you because she's afraid you might do this. You know what I mean? And then you feel like you won because she's with you, right? But what y'all fail to realize is once y'all break up or she get mad at you, all this shit that you've been doing is going to basically like come out, and now the world's going to know about your fraudulent activities behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers be carrying themselves a certain type of way in public. You know what I'm saying? And real niggas can tell who real niggas is. You know what I mean? But like a lot of people in the club industry can't really see authentic for what it really is. You know what I mean? People just be using people's status of what their job is at whatever location they working at and look at that as like, oh, they must be somebody important. But in reality, these niggas really not important. But yeah, so all the shit that you doing behind the scenes, no matter how you carry yourself in public, it's gonna come to the light, man. You know what I'm saying? And when people find out about this shit, it's gonna make you like a cornball. You know what I mean? And because you are a cornball, because that is some cornball shit to be doing. You dig? So yeah, being a crash out or a crash test dummy or whatever you want to call it is definitely not the move, man. Because at the end of the day, regardless to how you feel at that moment, you know what I mean, the facts still remain the facts. You threatened this bitch that you was gonna come shoot up wherever the fuck she was at, right? If you do that, you a goofball because what the fuck was the point in that? And if you don't do that, you a goofball because you really wasn't ever planning on doing it and you just said that shit to get a reaction. You know what I'm talking about? Now, if you talking about killing yourself, you a L because if you really kill yourself, you dumb as fuck because you just killed yourself over a bitch who don't give no fuck about you, because once you die a week later or less, she gonna be fucking somebody else if she not already fucking somebody else. So you ill. And then if you don't kill yourself, the bitch is gonna laugh at you and tell all her friends, and they gonna laugh at you in a circle when you're not around, or even when you are around. So that's an ill. You dig? So yeah, man, there's no reason for you to be a crash test dummy or a crash out dummy. And I understand like some of y'all niggas is actually cornballs, you know what I'm saying? I hope the person that I'm talking about receives this video, and I'm gonna drop like some little history on our past relationship, so whoever knows us in common could send this nigga the video, because the nigga is a cornball. But this is not necessarily for him. This is for people who still have a chance of actually not being a cornball. Like, some people just gonna be cornballs forever. Like they was just born like that. No amount of training, no amount of teaching, no amount of life lessons, no amount of friends trying to help them, no amount of anything is gonna like change them from being a cornball. They just gonna be cornballs, you know what I'm saying? But I believe the things that she's saying to me, because, I mean, not to me, but that she conveyed in the live, because like it sounds like some shit niggas would do. And on top of that, it was this other chick I knew. She used to work at this little bar. I'm not gonna say the name of the bar. Well, fuck it. She used to work at this place called Recess. And I don't know if she still worked there or not. But long story short, like pretty much the dude that was mentioned in the story, I had got into it with his boss, and they real close. I think they actually might be related. I don't know, but they close as hell. And I had got into it with his boss and shit. And basically, his boss had basically like spread a rumor on me and got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? For a small time being, and I'm gonna get into that story later. Some of y'all know what that is. But long story short, the dude, when the girl found out that I had a beef with these individuals, so to speak, I wouldn't say it was a beef, but when she found out, she had heard through the grapevine or some, she came to me in my inbox and got in my DMs, and she was just like, oh, like, we should take them down, X, Y, and Z. But me personally, I'm not the type of person that, like, I'm not about to verbally vocalize my my issue with you to the internet, and just in case things do transpire, you know what I'm saying? I would rather like handle things behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? But whatever the case may be, right? But the chick, she get in my inbox and she sent me like all these screenshots of their conversations and shit. I'm like, God damn, like this shit came out of nowhere. She sent me like screen recordings of their text messages. She sent me the nigga address. She sent me all kind of shit, you dig? She sent me like screenshots of Uber she had sent, all kind of stuff. But the main thing about it though, which was actually crazy though, is that she told me that at the time that they met, that she was 16, right? And she from Mexico or something, right? So she had a Mexican ID or whatever the fuck, but it was a fake ID. But she told him like, yeah, I'm actually 16. Ooh. Cause he had basically told her to come to the club that night, and she was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get in. Me and my friend, we don't have IDs and shit. So then she showed me the screenshot of the text message where she told him that she was 16, and her friend was underage also. And he said, don't worry about it, I got you. Got him into the club, and they was fucking with each other ever since, right? And then the nigga, like, she got pregnant and told him, and then he threatened to beat her ass, whatever, right? Now, the female that told me all that shit, she ain't necessarily have like a voice. Don't nobody really know who she is. You feel what I'm saying? So she would have went to social media and nobody would have like knew who the fuck. It wouldn't have like got out like that. But the point is, like, the fact that he crashed out, talking about he's finna like beat her ass because she pregnant, talking about she was trying to trap him, and the fact that she was 16 when they was fucking with each other, and he was definitely well over 20 years old. He was definitely like 25 or some shit. The fact that that had even happened, and then now she could go to anybody, the authorities, and she mentioned going to the police about this shit, puts you in such a fucked up predicament as a man. Like, being a crash out and being thirsty for bitches is like gonna get you like fucked up in so many ways that you don't even understand. Like, people be thinking like, oh, you crash out over a girl, that means you finna like lose your life. Yeah, you could lose your life in a physical sense, but not even just that. You niggas could lose your life like in like incarceration. You dig what I'm saying? Now, if that girl chose to, I don't know like the laws, the statutes of limitations on underage sexual relationships with people, whatever the case may be, but she could most definitely go to the police and be like, hey, like, this guy was fucking with me when I was this age, and this, and this. At the time, I didn't know that what I was doing or what I was getting myself into because I was only 16 and he was abusive to me and she got all these messages of him threatening her and shit. That nigga could go to jail. You did? And then let's say this other girl who just had this live video, she goes to the police too, and there's an open case on them or whatever about this other shit, and then they decide to like throw that on top of it. You know what I mean? Granted, I don't think he did nothing illegal in his second situation, but the fact of the matter is like he's a crash out, like he's overly emotional. You dig what I'm saying? So they may or may not be able to use that, you know what I mean, in court. All I'm saying to you, to young niggas and young-minded niggas, you know what I'm saying, that's out here, like, man, nothing is worth you losing your life or your freedom, especially not a bitch, because you could, like, really feel depressed and want to really kill somebody or kill yourself over this girl. But what you don't realize is once the deed is done, she's going to still be doing the same shit you was worried about her doing in the first place. You dig?